After talking about it for at least a month and making multiple kind of announcement videos and talking about it in various videos and whatnot, here is the final announcement for the 10th anniversary stream that is coming up. Since I've talked about it so much, I probably don't need to go into the nitty-gritty details of why I'm doing this, but just to repeat it, this is my 10th anniversary of the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube. According to the page itself for that video, it was on October 26th. According to my diagnostics in like my back-end data, it says it was 12:14 a.m. on the 27th, actually, but whatever, we're going with the 26th because that's what I said it was going to be. So starting on that date, I'm going to be having 4 days of various streams, basically just as kind of celebrating the fact that I've stuck around this long, I guess. And here's everything that you'll need to know if you want to be part of it. Basically, I tried to split this up the best I could. Some days are going to probably have a bit more material than others, but that can't really be helped. And I checked my viewer data, and as I pretty much expected, most of my viewers are from the US, but there's still a pretty sizable chunk from out of it. So I'm trying my best to make these times work for other people, but it's very difficult. So keep in mind, the times I'm about to say are for my specific time zone, which is Central US. It's like +5 on the time zone chart thing. I thought it was +6, but it's apparently not. Or -5, I guess it is. I don't know. You can look at your own chart. Don't pay attention to me. I don't know shit. But if you are in the UK, you are 6 hours ahead of me. Possibly, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 6. Again, you'll want to double check this to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. And obviously, further to the east in Europe is going to be more than that. And if you are in Australia or New Zealand, then it's going to be quite a bit lower. West Australia is like 9 hours behind me. So it's kind of hard to fit that in, unfortunately. Pretty much every one of these times is going to be kind of shitty. But I did my best. So for the first day, Wednesday the 26th, it is going to be starting at 6 p.m. This is actually going to be the latest of all the streams. I'm also trying to work this around what I imagine to be the typical schedule of somebody who's either in school or having to work like typical hours. I know it's not going to work for everybody, not anything I can do about that. But starting at 6 p.m. and on that day, I'm going to be doing Stinko Man 20XD6, the Flash game on HomestarRunner.com, because that was the very first thing I ever uploaded. I'm going to be doing the Mario 64 video quiz stuff, which I've been working on and still have a lot of stuff to do in the next couple days, but that's beside the point. And the Mario 64 speedrun, which should only take about a half an hour. My best time on that is like 24 minutes, I think. So depending on how bad I am when I have to do it live, it will probably be about a half an hour, but I don't know. So that's all I have planned for that one. The quiz is going to take up a crap load of time because I have 15 different tasks to do in a live setting. There's going to be a lot of resetting, but we'll see how that one goes. Next day, Thursday the 27th, this one is going to be starting at 12 noon to try and make it a little bit less late in the day if you're in Europe. Because this is a Thursday and it's likely that people will be in school or in work on that day, this one's not going to work out as well for the American viewers, but I gotta make an earlier one somewhere. This one's going to be I Want to Be the Guy, which I'm doing because it was kind of the first thing I ever uploaded that got like major attention, I guess, even though it was uncommentated. And I'm going to be doing any percent sort of speedrun of Zero Mission, Metroid Zero Mission. I did play through that game on the channel at one point, but I'm mainly doing it because it's a remake of the original NES Metroid, which was the first commentated thing I ever did on the channel. And I'm going to be starting AM2R, the Metroid 2 fan remake. I probably will not finish it that day. It depends on how long the other two games take. Zero Mission I actually just did a run of. I beat it in about an hour. I want to be the guy I'm expecting like maybe 2 hours. It's been a while since I've done it though. Maybe longer. And then AM2R I'm going to be going into basically blind, so that one could go for a while. Don't plan on finishing it that day, but again, we'll see. Next day, Friday the 28th. This one is starting at 4 p.m. I did that because hopefully on Friday people will be kind of, again, getting out of school or work and have the weekend coming up, so this will kind of be a little bit later in the day when people will start to get off, and it won't be super late, but whatever. And again, in UK, this is like 10 p.m., so it's not too horrible. This one is going to be finishing up AM2R, and I have a like special surprise game planned for that one. This might have to change, actually, because I don't know the status of special surprise game. That's why I'm not naming it. So if something goes wrong with that one, I might figure out something else to put in there. But that's what I have planned for that one. Special surprise game will take quite a long time to get through, I think. And the final day, Saturday the 29th, starting at 10 a.m., making this one earlier because it's a weekend, and I'm kind of hoping to get as many people in as I can for this one. Again, regardless of time zone. Australia is still kind of screwed, but not much I can do about that. Going to be finishing Special Surprise Game, and the majority of the day will be unless it goes bad in like the first 10 minutes, which I kind of expect, it's going to be the blindfolded Big Tips Adventure 2 run. With basically Joel giving directions. And yeah, I'm really not sure what to expect from that one. I fully understand that it very easily could go badly, like immediately, and in that case, I'll basically abandon it and probably just do a regular run. But I'd like to see how far I could get with that. It would be interesting. So that's everything I have planned as far as games. Some of those streams, depending on when they end, I might like be up for some multiplayer crap at the end of it, like Smash Bros type stuff. No promises on that yet, but again, it just depends. And the final thing that I wanted to announce about this is to actually try and kind of get a little bit more interactivity going on here, and not just me playing the game and muttering to myself, and we have the chat and all that crap. I wanted to actually involve voice chat with the fan base on this one. So what we're going to do here is, this is going to be a Patreon bonus thing, but it's a very, very low-end one. You don't have to be a high-level supporter to do this. Basically, if you have ever donated any amount of money at all this year, then you're good. Like, even if you're in the really low, like, $2 no reward type tier, that'll be good enough for me. So, and you don't have to be, like, in one of the current sets. If you stopped, like, a few months ago, that's fine. So, the way this is going to work is, if you want in, what you need to do is send me a PM on the Patreon website. Let me know. I mean, the PM by itself will show who you are. I'll be able to see like what you've donated and stuff, so I can confirm that. And you'll need to let me know your username, or at least display name, on Discord. If you don't use Discord, then you'll basically need to get it for this. I did not use Discord really for a long time, and even now I still don't really mess with it. Usually it's just I kind of have it running in the background. But it's less complicated than it looks at first. You can either use it through a browser or you can download it. And like I said, just give me your username on that, and I will be providing you with a link to the basically the Big Dip chat, if you don't already have that. And there's going to be a special room set aside for anybody into getting into this group. And as I do the streams on the 4 days, I don't think I'm going to have this running 100% of the time, just for the sake of anybody who wants to watch the stream and not listen to a bunch of other people talking. But at times I'll basically turn this on, and anybody who is around at the time, we can just kind of chat about stuff. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. I don't want this to turn into a, like, you have to praise me kind of thing. So it can be Q&A, or it can just be talk about whatever is going on in the game, or talk about unrelated crap. Anything's fine. This is going to have to be probably policed a little bit because, like I said, I don't want the entirety of this to be overrun with basically a bunch of chatter going on that has nothing to do with what's happening for, like, the whole thing. So I'll probably be turning it off and on at times, and if there's a point where there's, like, 10 people in the room talking at once, I'm probably going to have to limit that a bit. So we'll kind of play with that as it happens. I can't make any super in-depth preparations for it at the moment, because I don't know how many I'm going to get in this anyway, but I figured it would be cool to try it out. And that's pretty much all I have to say on it, I believe. So whether you want to be in the Discord chat or not, those are the dates, those are the times. If you do want to be in the chat, then send me a PM on the Patreon website. I want it there and not anywhere else, so that I don't have to check a bunch of places, and because it's already a given that you should have an account there if you have been donating, basically. So hopefully that all makes sense, and if there are any schedule changes, I will probably just make a comment on this video, honestly. I'm not going to make a whole other video for it, but I'll also make, like, a Twitter post, so I guess you can keep an eye on that if you need to. But that will be all, so I look forward to this, and hopefully it will go well.